What is up? Man, oh man, has the NRL Hunter PRS style match exploded over the last year and a half, 2 years. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's awesome for a lot of reasons. First off, the PRS division, like we've talked about in other videos, is called the SC, the Sport Comp division. And basically, it's set up so that guys are taking light recoiling cartridges and putting 20 to 26 plus pound guns to have as little recoil as possible. Well, that's clearly not a fair advantage for someone that's out here with a lightweight rig that they're actually going to use in the field. And so there was always like the practical argument of it. So what PRS did is they started an SC division, Sport Comp, which means you run a 6.5 Creedmoor in a lighter weight build, sub 13 pounds. Now, the other thing I like about it is I hunt with my 6.5 Creedmoor a lot. It's a great cartridge for deer up to 143 grain bullets, all the way down to coyotes with the 100 grain ELD VTs. Absolutely love it. So to me, it's very practical. It's something I want to do a lot more of. The NRL has a bit stricter rules. They have two divisions, a 12-pound division and a 16-pound division. I really want to be under that 12-pound. Why? Because I'd really like to take the gun that I'm actually hunting with. More than anything, this is to get practice, to be better in the field hunting game, right? Hunting coyotes, whatever. And so my setup, the rules, I'm not going to go deep dive into the rules today, but the one I will give you is that you basically have to meet a power factor in the NRL. Well, this is an 18-inch barrel, okay? There's no way I'm meeting power factor with an 18-inch barrel. So what they have basically said is, as long as you run a 6.5 Creedmoor, a 264 diameter or above, and you have sealed ammunition, factory loads, 130 grains or higher, you can still compete. And so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I built this out. As you see this gun sitting here today, this gun, without the camera on it, is 12 pounds. So I have made that lightweight division, so I've made it for both NRL and PRS because it's a pound heavier. But I started thinking, man, what is like my ultimate dream build to build for this hunting and competitive hunting gun? And then what would be like a realistic budget gun? And my mind was spinning around that. And then I thought, what would the difference really be in practical use? And here we are. That's what we're gonna do today, guys. We're gonna film a stage. A good buddy of mine has shot in a number of these and set up a stage for us. He and I are both gonna run it, and we're gonna run it with two builds. A custom money doesn't matter build, and a very, very, very budget conscious build. And we're gonna look at mainly the time differences it takes to deploy everything and get ready on the clock. And then, you know me, baby, as long as this booger works, we're gonna run it through trigger cam and show you just kind of the difference or variance in recoil if there is any. So all in all, really excited about it. Let's jump to it. Before we start, let me really quickly go through the two builds. Pretty important, right? So let's start with the money doesn't matter build. My fave, okay? Don't tell my wife. This whole build is built on an Impact Precision NBK. Now, I will be running the titanium action, so I'm actually gonna be able to cut even more weight out of this. I believe it's 6 ounces, but I will flash that on a screen and confirm that. So this gun, as you see, is 12 pounds, 6 ounces, but I know I can cut that weight out of my action and be sub 12. So there you go. But anyway, I'm gonna be running the Titan II. What you see on here is an NBK, Natural Born Ckye, with the short action, with a couple of the weight cuts out of it. And then it's got the 75-degree bolt, which everyone is loving, I'm loving, you're loving, we're all loving. Very nice. The other thing that kind of sparked the idea of this build is the new stock from Manners. This is the LRH-SC, it stands for Sport Comp. It was literally made to meet the qualifications of this division, but what it also does is they put a ton of thought into it, because you know me, I hunt with their LRH a ton. I took it in my Wyoming hunt. One of the things that happened out there is I got put in a position that I really needed to pull my bipod closer to me, and I didn't have the ability to do that because in the LRH, the Arca rail only goes so far forward of the magwell. And so I absolutely love this new full-length Arca rail, and then they've also added a little extra weight and carbon fill in the forend so that if you do have to shoot off barricades, logs, whatever in these competition settings, you get a little more weight in the front to kind of help you better balance that rifle in that situation. So really, really love this. This is the Long Range Hunter SC Sport Comp. Been really, really pleased with this so far, and using this hunting a ton now because, again, the full adjustability. If you don't know what's going to happen, guys, if you're hunting in areas you've hunted all the time and you know you can tripod it all the time, it's probably not that big of a deal. But like on my antelope hunt in Wyoming, we were going on a decline, and I had my, yeah, baby, Ckye, double pull, triple pull, whatever, it's all good. And so, but the problem was, is I had to run it. I only had this much space to run it on, or I had the embedded Picatinny rail. I needed something in the middle, I didn't have it. So I will start most likely running a hunting rig that has a full length ARCA. Like I'll give up the weight or whatever it takes, even though it doesn't add that much. So just a note, personal experience there. On to the bipod. This is the Ckye, MDT Ckye. Now this is the triple pull, baby. This is the big dog, brother. Just getting time with it. I've not spent a ton of time. I have with their double pull. I've had their double pull for years. It's fantastic, especially in the hunting field. So I'm really excited to run this one. But in the NRL, some of these guys are carrying 2 tripods now, which that's just a lot. And so I think there might be a way to offset that. Now, that being said, it's literally this is 2 pounds, 6 ounces, okay? She's a big girl. She a thick girl. So you got to give up some other stuff. Is it worth it? I don't know. You tell me. We'll see it in the field today, hopefully. Now, on the bipod, you might see these bright orange bad boys right here, baby. These are the pod knobs, okay? These are made by PR Shooting Solutions. PR Shooting Solutions. Again, they're called the pod knobs. Bruh. Game changer. Seriously, you're gonna see me use them today. They're so much faster. The little silver ones weren't bad, but man, I had a hard time getting to them. I don't really have super long arms. Plus size athlete, not easy to fully function in all ways. But dude, these things have been fantastic. And actually, I reached out to him and was like, yo, I want some of those. What do we got to do? He gave me a discount code. I don't get anything from this. This is all you, baby. So use it, don't use it, whatever. Either way though, I would, if you have any of the Ckye pods, guys, I can't recommend these enough. These are dope. I think it's LRP5, Long Range Precision 5, which I think means you get 5% off. Anyway, check them out, PR Shooting Solutions. Go get you some pod knobs. I'm gonna buy another set for the old double pull as well. Man, they're dope. And then last but not least, your boy D-Dunk, in my opinion, the best suppressor on the market for this sort of hunting, competitive, all-around setup is the Thunderbeast SRR, okay? This is one of their newer cans, Thunderbeast SRR. The recoil impulse is super soft, and you get the muzzle brake feature at the end, so you really get to stay on target a lot better. If there's cover or anything around me, I wear a left ear with this. I do not wear a right ear, which again makes it really advantageous for a competition like this. So really been pleased with this can. The recoil is fantastic, and I really don't have enough good things to say about it, especially in this setting. I have not, we just zeroed it at 100. I have not worn ears all day today. I forgot I wasn't wearing them. So in a wide open setting like this, do you need them? I don't know. But this is an 18-inch 6.5 Creed shooting factory 140 grain ammo. So you tell me. On top, Ckye, guys, these are Area 419's hunt rings, okay? They're uber lightweight, same like rigidity, repeatability, but they're just thinner and lighter and lower. And so it really allows me, with like the adjustable cheek piece here, to not have to run as high as I normally do. Really like these, super lightweight. These are what I took on my antelope hunt, and they worked exceptionally well. And then this is the accuracy first level. This is the level I use in competition for many years. There aren't enough things to say about that. It's fantastic. Optic wise on this rig, I'm running the NightForce 4-32, okay? Great scope. I use this on the antelope hunt as well. Excellent scope. Part of the most fun of this whole thing is just like playing Legos in your head. Is like, okay, here's the weight I have to work with. What would I give up to gain? And so what I'll tell you is, if I ultimately went with like a lighter bipod, or you know, a muzzle brake or something, I would never do that. I'm sophisticated. Your boy doesn't hunt with muzzle brakes. Never mind, that's not even an option. How about this? If I went up to the 16-pound division, what I would probably do, the first thing I would change, is I would change out this optic for a Tangent Theta 3 to 15. Again, hey, there's no, don't judge me. Don't judge me. We said no budget, bro. Don't judge me. 3 to 15, Tangent Theta. So anyway, that'd be about the only thing I'd change, other than, like I said, I will be dropping in the titanium action instead of the MBK. But, and then I'll be running a Really Right Stuff tripod. But man, this is a stellar build. Super awesome, and excited to shoot it today. So we're gonna do that, guys. We're gonna run some stages and see what we see. Now, these stages are gonna be run from the perspective that we've already gotten on our tripod down with our binos to locate the targets. We've already ranged the targets and written them down, and now it's time to go shoot it, okay? Because I don't feel like the ranging component is fair to judge against, because obviously the first time I do it's gonna take me longer. So we're gonna run with the higher end, fully custom rig first to make sure it's our slowest time. I'm trying to be uber fair to my budget build, all right? But I am really curious and really excited to do this. So without further ado, let's jump in the video and let's get at it, bro. So I am spotting. Six. Ah. Boy, that dude, I didn't even load 98.04. I didn't even load the bipod because I was all finagled and uncomfortable and the whole thing. There ain't no recoil on that thing at all. Oh, yeah. 18-inch 140. I mean, I saw the mist clear as day. Wow, that's awesome. Now, let's check out the budget build. Oh yeah, baby. You might recognize this old girl. You probably saw it on things like the LRH-Ckye or the Ckye Can I Make It Shoot video. That's right. For all you complainers, and there were a lot of you. First off, thank you for the success of that video. It's got like 73,000 views in the first 2 months. I must have ticked a lot of you off, so appreciate you. But yeah, so for the budget build, guys, that Ckye impressed the heck out of me, man. I mean, like, I just don't know what else to say about it. Now, I would much prefer to leave it in that Manners Ckye, but this is budget build, so I knew I'd get a bunch of people grumping about that, so I didn't. So I put it back in its factory configuration, its factory stock. Now, that's a lie. I changed the spring out to some dude out of Canada who makes crazy killer, what's that dude called? Man, his stuff, anyway, that was a game changer. If you own one of these, go buy that dude's spring. Maybe I'll put it up, I don't know. It was some weird name like Yankee Doodle. Hey, that dude, he shipped it. It showed up from the Tundra and I put it in, it was easy. And bro, she breaks of that nice, right at a pound. She is crisp. Other than that, it's factory configuration. If I were really doing this, I would create me like a cheek well with like a yoga mat and duct tape. That would have happened if my buddy didn't need to borrow my bipod, and so I had to film this video early, okay? That's what would have happened. So you would have seen some deal, and of course, to make it more accurate, like a gentleman, I would have spray painted it. This is the Ckye T3X, guys, chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor, 20-inch barrel. You already saw this thing hammers, absolutely stacks them. So I'm excited to see how she runs today. Buttery smooth action. I literally just took the bottom metal back out of the Manners Ckye, put it back in the factory, tightened her down, put the mag in, and we're off and running. On top of old girl, man, people have been working on me. They've been working on me, and one of them got me to try one of those Arkans, and I tried it in that Ckye video. Now this is a different one. This is their 4-16 by 44. This is the EPL4, okay? So this is their lighter weight version of the scope I ran in the Ckye video. This one really helps with weight. This thing is super light. Like, I could do way more weight-wise to this than I can the custom one. So a lot more to play with. And then these are the Arkan rings as well. These, man, I'll put up the prices, but I think I got this scope on sale. I think it's like 350 bucks or something crazy. And then the rings were around 100 bucks. And so you got a $1,200 gun, like a $350 scope with $100 rings, so $450, right? So that's $1,650. The spring was like 25 bucks or 50 bucks, 30 bucks, whatever it was. I don't know. Let's throw a fake number. What did I say? $1,650? Heck, round at $1,700, even though I don't think it was that much. And then your boy did what all of you must do. Listen to me, okay? This means nothing without a full-length ARCA rail, guys. You have to have a full-length ARCA rail, period. It's 2025. You gotta have this, whether you're mounting a tripod, bipods, doesn't matter. For this sort of engagement, hunting, and or hunting competition, you've gotta have this. This is the Area 419 Universal Rail. It's simple. This is either a 10 or 12 inch. I think these things are 80 to 100 bucks. I'll put that in the description like daggum. And I went to go screw holes. I was excited. I had my zzz. Your boy was ready. I was ready to drill holes, and I took the sticker off, which I think I got on video. And there was an additional screw with a catch on the other side with like a brass piece to hold it. So I didn't have to do anything. I literally unscrewed it. I unscrewed the swivel stud, and then I screwed this rail back in with the freaking screw that was already in it, and then I grabbed one of the Area 419 screws to screw in the front, and I was done. 5 minutes, like no drilling, no nothing. It's easy, like do this, come on. And then last but not least, old Ryder, baby. This is the Ryder bipod I was talking about. Now, you saw this in a couple videos ago. Old girl will do some work, structured a lot like, you know, like a carbon fiber tripod of sorts. So is it gonna take you longer? Yes, but this is also a quarter of the price of that, the triple pull. Like, So if you're looking budget, and now he's got this new Arca mount, I mean, come on, man. Like, let's go. So we're gonna test it. We're gonna see how much slower or faster it makes me, but I'll tell you, from using it so far, for the money, it's incredibly impressive, and you already know how I feel about their craftsmanship on their Rider gun mounts. I take those with me everywhere I go. Last but not least, if you're truly being budget, you could probably put $100 or $130 muzzle brake on here. If you're an animal, if you're a beast, you can do that. Not D-Dunk. So I'm not counting the suppressor against me in the price. We're gonna pretend like you did a muzzle brake. That's fine. But not me. Your boy, I only act like I can here when my wife's around. So this is a super cheap can if you could even find it. This thing would probably be like $600, all right, or 700 bucks. This is the old school Silencer Co. Harvester, the original one, that's super lightweight, super thin. And then it had a detachable fore-end, so I could screw in a muzzle brake component to it. So that's the budget setup. 6.5 Creed on both of them. This one definitely meets weight factor. Both PRS, SC, and NRL, okay? And with that full-length Arca on there, should be able to kind of hang.
2.6 and 4.2. No win.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh baby, here comes the big ass right here. I'm gonna give it this. That little gun hammers, dude.
95 seconds.
95.15. How was I almost as fast? Oh, I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. 95.15. Anyway. So a couple quick shout outs. Huge shout out to Manners for just making awesome stuff. That SC, like they keep pushing the boundaries, and now I have to buy another freaking stock, but literally have run into the field where I needed it. And so I just love how they're constantly pushing it and thinking outside the box. Hornady, same story. Man, their factory loads just absolutely hammer. It doesn't matter what 6.5 Creedmoor I put them in, they just stack on top of each other, making quality stuff. In Area 419, my boys making stuff like this didn't exist 5 years ago, so you were really kind of up a creek with a factory stock. I mean, that's all there is to it for something like this. So shout out to all those guys for making top tier. Well, guys, what'd you think? I thought it was a ton of fun. It was really a cool exercise. Again, the barrel was meant to represent like a bush or log or something in front of you that you had to shoot over that you weren't able to shoot off of. That's what that was meant to represent in the test. Couple key takeaways for me and Derek, my buddy, in the test. First off, the triple pull is super dope, okay? MDT Ckye triple pull is awesome. I clearly need more work with it. My times were better with it, no doubt, so were Derek's, like significantly better. But I think with more practice, I could get even better separation there. Takeaway 2, the SRR, holy cow. I was so impressed today. This is an 18-inch Creedmoor, 6.5 Creedmoor barrel shooting 140 grain factory bullets, which hammered. And but man, the recoil impulse was super soft. Both of us said the same thing. Super, super soft recoil impulse. This is absolutely one I would take to a match. I was thoroughly impressed with that. And this is called the rear Admiral. It's an Armageddon gear. I don't know, it's probably like 60 to 80 bucks. I'll post something on the screen here somewhere, I don't know. Go buy this bag. Holy cow, if you're doing this, this should absolutely 100% be a part of your kit. It's really simple. You probably saw, and even I would even say you could put this in the budget build, right? You didn't have to be perfect to square up with your tripod behind you, especially like on a budget build if you're running a bog tripod or something in the nature. This made a lot of room for error, so that was really, really a key part and a takeaway both of us had. The other thing is when Derek ran the SRR on his 25 Creed, it was a sharper recoil impulse than the 6.5, which was just an interesting takeaway. Still, the recoil mitigation was fantastic, but man, it was just so soft with this 6.5. It really impressed with that. And I would say the last thing is, guys, we are in the golden age of precision rifle and precision hunting, okay? Like this Rider bipod, you saw it. Like it worked exceptionally well. We were 10, 15 seconds slower on a 4-minute stage. Like, so if you're good at spotting, then you're gonna more than make up for that time using something like this. So this is awesome. I love it, it's fantastic. But if you wanna get out and start competing and you don't have the budget for something like this, that Rider bipod, or they're making other ones, you know, like it now, I think's a great option. As long as you have the full-length ARCA, that is an absolute must. The last and final takeaway is this was a heck of a lot of fun. Get out here, try it, practice, go to these matches. I'm gonna go to more this year. And until next time, throw your comments. Did you like this? Was it a waste of time? What do you think? Am I crazy for my build? What did you like about the custom build? What didn't you like? What should I have used as a budget gun? What's your budget gun? Like, hit me with all those things, guys. And like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Holla.